Every morning, you wake up inside a miracle. Clean water flows from your walls. Food waits inside a cold metal box. A small piece of glass in your pocket can answer almost any question in seconds. To you it's ordinary. But imagine bringing someone from 20,000 years ago into your home. Not a king. Not a genius. Just an ordinary hunter-gatherer. What would they think? At first, they would probably believe they've entered the world of gods. Lights appear with a switch. Food never spoils. People fly across oceans. Voices travel through the air. It would feel like magic. But after the amazement, they might ask a question we've stopped asking ourselves. Why do you live this way? And that's where things become interesting. Because the biggest difference between you and your ancestors isn't intelligence. It's environment. For more than 95% of human history, humans didn't live in cities. They didn't work in offices. They didn't stare at screens. They lived in small tribes. Usually between 20 and 50 people. Everyone knew each other. Everyone mattered. Survival wasn't an individual achievement. It was a group project. Your brain was built there. Not here. Which means something strange happened. The world changed. Much faster than the human mind could. Imagine taking your ancestor into a supermarket. Thousands of foods. Perfect lighting. Endless shelves. They would be amazed. But then they might notice something confusing. If food is everywhere, why are your people unhealthy? Because your brain still thinks food is scarce. It still celebrates sugar. It still craves fat. Not because it's broken. Because for hundreds of thousands of years, those foods were rare. The environment changed. The brain didn't. Now imagine showing them a treadmill. A machine designed so people can walk without actually going anywhere. To us, it's normal. To them, it would sound ridiculous. Movement wasn't exercise. It was life. You walked to eat. You climbed to survive. You ran because something was chasing you, or because dinner was. Today, we remove movement from daily life, then schedule time to put it back. But perhaps nothing would confuse them more than loneliness. Today, millions of people live surrounded by millions of others, yet feel completely alone. Your ancestor wouldn't understand that. Not because loneliness never existed, but because isolation was dangerous. For ancient humans, being separated from the tribe often meant death. That's why rejection still hurts. Neuroscientists have found that social rejection activates many of the same brain regions as physical pain. Your brain treats exclusion like injury, because once, to us, then they'd notice something else. You keep looking at the same glowing object. While eating, while walking, while talking, before sleeping, moments after waking. Your smartphone. To you, it's a tool. To them, it might look like something else. For most of human history, your attention kept you alive. Today, attention has become the world's most valuable product. Predators no longer hunt your body. Algorithms hunt your focus. Different hunter. Same brain. And then, they might ask the most uncomfortable question of all. Why is everyone in such a hurry? Your ancestors worked hard. Very hard. But they followed daylight. Seasons. Weather. Today, our lives are ruled by clocks. Notifications. Deadlines. We invented machines to save time. Yet somehow, we have less of it. Maybe technology saved effort, but not attention. And attention is what life actually feels like. Scientists have a name for this. Evolutionary mismatch. It happens when ancient instincts meet modern environments. Your brain isn't outdated. It's faithful. Faithful to a world that no longer exists. That's why silence feels uncomfortable. Why comparison feels automatic. Why anxiety appears even when you're physically safe. The software stayed the same. The operating system changed. But this isn't a story about how modern life is bad. Our ancestors would envy many things. Medicine. Clean water. Warm homes. The ability to survive illnesses that once ended entire lives. Progress matters. It saves lives. The question isn't whether we should return to the past. We shouldn't. The question is, what wisdom did we leave behind while rushing toward the future? Maybe they'd remind us that people need tribes. Not just followers. Conversation. Not just communication. Movement. Not just exercise. Rest. Not just entertainment. Meaning. Not just productivity. Because despite everything we've built, we're still carrying the same ancient heart. The same need to belong. The same need to be loved. The same need to feel useful. The same desire to understand why we're here. Our tools evolved. Our nature didn't. So, What would your ancestors really think of your life? They would probably admire your world, then quietly wonder why people who have so much often feel they have so little. Maybe that's the real lesson. Human history isn't the story of becoming someone new. It's the story of carrying an ancient mind through a rapidly changing world. The future doesn't need humans who reject the past. It needs humans who understand it. Because the oldest part of you isn't trapped behind history. It's the part of you that's reading these words right now. And perhaps the greatest step forward isn't forgetting where we came from, but remembering that we've never truly left it behind.